Juliana Garzón, and in this video I'm going to talk about quotation and citation, expressions, differences, and how to do them correctly. First of all, it is important to know that quotation and citation are two different things, though we can easily confuse them and think that they are pretty much the same. They both have a similar purpose, as we use them to talk about something that other person said, but in one case we repeat what we hear or read, and in the other we change it. Quotation y citation son dos cosas diferentes, aunque fáciles de confundir. Su propósito es parecido, pero con uno se repite tal cual lo que dice otra persona, y con el otro se parafrasea. To explain it better, first, quotation is when we repeat what other person said before, using the exact same words. Es cuando decimos lo que alguien ya ha dicho y lo dejamos tal cual en sus propias palabras. En español se le dice cita directa. Generally, we do it when we copy a fragment of a book, poem, or song. For example, what I did here with a part of the poem Alone by Edgar Allan Poe. Sometimes we also quote when gossiping and repeating what someone told us. For example, this conversation. Person 1 says, "I'm sorry, I can't go. My cat has been ill lately, so I will take care of it." Person 2. He said, "I can't go. My cat has been ill, so I will take care of it." Por lo general, quoting es lo que hacemos al copiar un fragmento de un libro, poema o canción, o a veces cuando estamos chismeando y repetimos lo que otra persona ha dicho. As you already saw, when we're quoting a text, we always have to use quotation marks. We usually find them like this, but sometimes they are written like this too. At the end, they both serve the same purpose, letting us know when the quote begins and when it doesn't. Es importante siempre usar comillas cuando estamos citando en un texto. De esta manera damos a conocer cuándo inicia y cuándo termina la cita. And when we're reading, we say quote before reading a quote and unquote or end quote after reading it. It works the same as quotation marks, but spoken. Decir quote antes de leer una cita y unquote o end quote es el equivalente a decir abro comillas y cierro comillas en el español. On the other hand, citation is when we say something someone else said before, but changing the words and keeping the meaning of the message. Es cuando decimos algo dicho por otra persona, pero cambiamos las palabras de manera que el mensaje se mantenga. En español se le dice cita indirecta. Instead of quotation marks, we use expressions like they said, they asked, they explained, or according to. We have, for example, this fragment of The Little Prince. You alone will have the stars as no one else has them. In one of the stars I shall be living. In one of them I shall be laughing. And so it will be as if all the stars were laughing when you look at the night sky. You, only you, will have the stars that can laugh. If we want to cite it, we have a lot of ways to do it. I personally would say something like this. The little prince told the narrator that he will be living in a star. So whenever the narrator looked at the night sky, he would remember the little prince. Whenever the little prince laughed, for the narrator it would be like if all the stars were laughing, and it would be something only he could hear because he was the little prince's friend. We can also use citations in conversations. Using my previous example when explaining quotations. Person 1. I'm sorry, I can't go. My cat has been ill lately, so I will take care of it. Person 2. He said that he couldn't go, because his cat was ill and he had to take care of it. Now let's try to use quotation and citation with the same text in a more formal situation. Imagine that we are doing an investigation about cats. We found a study we want to reference, and we have already written an introduction. We have the original text from a study from the Oregon State University in 2017. Little cats from two populations, pet and shelter, were presented with 3 stimuli within each of the following 4 categories: human social interaction, food, toy, and scent. Proportion of time interacting with each stimulus was recorded. Although there was a clear individual variability in cat preference, social interaction with humans was the most preferred stimulus category for the majority of cats, followed by food. And this is what we have written so far. The Oregon State University made a study in 2017, where 2 groups of cats were exposed to 4 different stimuli: human social interaction, food, toys, and scents. Digamos que estamos haciendo una investigación y encontramos un estudio que queremos referenciar. Tenemos el texto original y una introducción que ya hemos escrito. Para continuar, what should we do if we want to quote or cite the conclusion from the original text? There are several correct answers for both cases, so I will put examples of what I will write. First, for quoting, an answer would be: the result was that, although there was a clear individual variability in cat preference, social interaction with humans was the most preferred stimulus category for the majority of cats, followed by food. It is the same message, with the same words. Then, for citing, the result was that even though every cat preference was different, social interaction with humans was the favorite stimulus for most of the cats, followed by food. It is the same message, but the words change. Thank you.